first started, we were averaging 20 to 30,000 calls a year. Now we're going in the mid-40s.
How does that area between Prattville City and the Atauga County line and the interstate, that area that falls into Elmore County, how is that covered by police jurisdiction?
That's our jurisdiction.
It's your jurisdiction.
Everything from 65 into Prattville.
So do you get, at one time y'all were getting something like 1/10 of a mil from Elmore County, Atauga County. The mayor, that's what we got on one report, that the city of Prattville got something like 1/10 of a mil from the taxes. Is that increase? That's not very much.
We have
What, the 10 mils to a penny?
There's been no tax increase since I've been here for that.
Is that much crime in that
The
area?
biggest theft, the biggest problem in Prattville is retail theft, shoplifting.
Shoplifting.
That's our biggest issue. Besides that, people leaving their cars unlocked. We don't have a lot of violent crimes. We average 3 or 4 armed robberies a year. Domestic violence and retail theft are your 2 biggest causes.
All right. One more question or observation. Do you provide education at high school level to go in and talk to students on how much trouble they can get into if it's a shoplifting?
Yes, ma'am. Our community relations unit, our school relations officers are assigned to that unit, and we are in contract with the Board of Education to where we'll have start of this school year, the upcoming school year, there'll be 2 full-time officers at the Prattville High School, 1 full-time at the junior high, and then 1 roving the elementaries, and then we have 3 supervisors that'll be rotating. But we're doing classes and on bullying, how to interact with police officers, what happens to you when you do steal or you get caught drinking or you get caught with drugs. Those classes are ongoing all year. We went to Camp Tuckabashie 2 weeks ago and talked to a group of kids. We're always going to anywhere juveniles and younger kids and trying to get, because to be honest with you, we've lost a generation. The generation we're dealing with, the 15 to 18-year-olds, unfortunately, that generation we're dealing with right now on the criminal side, they don't care. They don't have any feelings. I've never seen anything in it. I've been in this 41 years. I've never seen this type of, usually you'll see some remorse or they know they've done wrong, but the ones we've dealt with lately just don't care. They could care less.
Well, I know when I was in corrections, anything that was shoplifted for $100 or more was a felony. And a teenager could go to prison stealing a pair of designer blue jeans.
Not anymore.
But now I believe that minimum, that's been raised, what, to 200?
I believe it's 500 now.
To 500.
Yeah, it's very seldom that anybody goes and does prison time over retail theft unless it's in the thousands and they're repeat offenders. I dealt with one subject that broke in my house when I was with the sheriff's office up here, and I just put him in jail in Montgomery the week before, and amazingly he found out where I live and broke in my house, and I tracked him down in Montgomery, recovered all the property from the crack houses he had gone to, and I've been dealing with him. That was back in the mid-90s, late 2000s, and I just wrote a letter to the probation and parole board. We just locked him up on more cases up here, and they were fixing to turn him loose again. And he's a criminal. He's a career criminal. His whole family was career criminals. But, you know, the courts have got their rules. And
Well, we had a kid at Frank Lee that was 15 years old, and he had a 3-page rap sheet, and everything on there was stealing automobiles. That's all he'd ever done. But his past caught up with him, and he ended up in prison.
I worked a murder in Montgomery from an escapee from Mount Meigs. Lady had splashed him in water. He escaped a month before. Lady didn't see him and hit a mud puddle and splashed him. He remembered that. He broke out and was waiting, found out where she lived, and was waiting on her when she come home from church, Miss Rhodes. I was coaching her nephew on the football team, and I was the investigator that was assigned, and he was waiting on her when she come in the back door, shot her in the back while she was carrying her baby. She laid the baby down and tried to crawl to the phone, and he stepped over and shot her again and killed her, and took her credit card and car in the car. We got there, the baby was sitting in mama's blood. Now this baby was crawling, trying to wake mama up. And I put his fingerprints in that house and tracked him to Birmingham, and the sheriff wouldn't let me go get him because he knew what I was going to do if I got him. So, yeah, and he was, I think he was 16, 17.
Benny Bell, I see your hand.
Yeah.
How you doing?
They got a way now that if somebody put your name in a computer, they will find out everything.
Yeah, if they computer
They
literate.
they have done, I got on there and put my name in there and they showed everything.
Yep.
Address, arrest, warrants, anything. And they do this, these kids do this.
Yeah,
Because they're computer savvy.
if they put as much time
Yeah.
into getting a job as they do committing the crime, they'd be
can find you
millionaires.
anyway.
They would.
They can find you anyway.
It's amazing what these kids can come up with and do and defeat. I mean, they're going in cars on some of the car lots. They've defeated the clickers.
Right.
They're going in cars, we don't know how they got in.
They computer savvy.
Yeah. You're right, but
Can't beat them.
All right, any other quick questions?
I'm gonna leave a copy of what I talked about up here if anybody wants to just have it for their reference. But again, it's pretty much watch your backs. Be leery of anybody that calls. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. And green cards and Wells Fargo are two of the key points you need to look for.
Now, what is a green card?
Walmart has a green card. You can go put money on it, and you can send it anywhere you want to, and they'll go pick it up where they tell you to send it to. But the green cards, it's like a credit card, but you just put money on it. and
Good
it's
as
not
money,
tracked.
it's good as money.
And it's not tracked.
I wish I could figure out why they won't keep right except to pass. They get side by side.
We got a law,
I
new law
know.
this year.
And you see it on the interstate, you see it in places, I guess they don't read it, I
Well-
don't know, but everywhere.
Again, this is one of the worst things I've ever implemented, so a lot of them are doing this.
But we appreciate it. Chief Thompson, and he said this over and over again, ever since I've known him, see and tell, don't mind calling. Don't wait until it's too late. He emphasized that if you see something doesn't look right, don't hesitate to call the police and let them check it out. That's their job, they're trained to do it, and they're willing to do it.
Yeah, y'all are our eyes and ears. You know there's not that many of us, so we need y'all to help us.
Harold, one more thing. This Friday from 10 to 12 out at the County Extension Office in Ataugaville, AARP is doing a program, an extended program on fraud.
Okay.
So from 10 to 12, if anybody missed what I did a while back or want to expand, get more information on it, 10 to 12 out at the Extension Service.
And the problem's not going away, Jan,
It's gonna be
it's
worse.
not going away. It's something we'll live with.
But anything we can do, please call us. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.